Professor Faizan Mustafa, I'm talking to you at a time when there is perhaps a storm brewing. Although the bill has been sent to a joint parliamentary committee, but overall, since you would have gone through the draft, is it what the opposition says that the bill is anti-Muslim, or does the bill really have the potential of reforms as the government intends to do?
Maria, truth is always in the middle. Neither the government's position that bill is entirely greatly beneficial for the Waqf is true, nor the opposition's allegation that there is nothing good in the bill. So I, being an objective academic, my position is that there are some provisions in the bill which are good, and there are some which need revision and fine-tuning by the Joint Parliamentary Committee. The biggest problem with Waqf is that there has been a lot of, myths being created in last few decades that any property by the Waqf board can be declared as Waqf. So I will just give you some figures. In 1960, the Minister of Waqf declared that there are 1 lakh Waqfs in India. And then a survey of Waqf property was done. Of course, in some states, it has been meticulously done. In other states, it has not been entirely completed. But the picture started evolving because by 2000, the number went to about 2 lakhs, and then subsequently it became 3.32 lakhs. And there is a intelligent guess that as and when the survey of all Waqf properties are objectively done, the number may touch to about 4 lakh properties. Now, what we don't understand, what is this survey? Survey is not done by private people. Survey is not done by the Waqf boards. Survey is done by the survey commissioners appointed by the state governments, who have the power of the civil code to summon witnesses, to seek the production of documents, and then on the basis of record, how much land revenue, how much this tax, cesses, etc. have been paid or are payable. It's a very, very detailed process through which survey commissioners send a report, and then based on that report, the state government publishes the list of Awqaf properties or Waqf properties in the official gazette of the state. So just because the number of Awqaf has increased from 1960, even before the 1995 Act had come into being, many people started saying that, Waqf properties are very easily declared as Waqf properties, or they say any property can be declared as Waqf property. I can assure you, declaring a property as a Waqf property is quite difficult. Now, there has been some digitization also done of Waqf properties. Now the new bill says that we will have a portal and we will do it on portal. So maybe there is an improvement on that. Similarly, the Waqf law does not really prohibit that women and non-Muslims cannot become the members of the Central Waqf Council.
Okay, Faizan Saab, since you're speaking about the middle path, the gray area, then the fact is there is a lot of skepticism, particularly from within the Muslim community around it. The government has to also communicate its sincerity and intent. Where do you think the JPC is headed particularly, or do you think the politics will ensure that the much needed reform for the Muslim community will actually not happen because there are considerations of vote bank?
Maria, the whole thing is that any parliamentary committee does fine-tuning of a bill. During the British era, all bills used to be referred to the select committees. Because in the House, there is a live telecast, and the opposition members and ruling party members, they take party positions. When they sit in the committee, they sit with all sincerity. There is no media around. Many times they invite, experts. I have been invited twice to appear before such committees. I think the kind of wider consultation which should happen before the introduction of bill probably did not happen at the desired level. And only towards the end, when we saw some people who were associated with some dargahs or madrasas, meeting the Honorable Prime Minister. So that was the only thing which came in public domain. What really happens, I tell you, Maria, that clergy really does not understand nitty-gritty of the law. You need to involve objective, rational experts of law. And it is not necessary that you should necessarily involve Muslims. There are great experts of law available amongst the Hindus. They should also be involved in any matter which has to do with Muslims. So it is not the religion of the person who is invited. What is important is his expertise and whether the larger Indian community accepts that expertise.
All right, Faizan Sahab, thank you so much for speaking to us.